Well, hello, good listener. Steve here, your host and friend from World Gone Good, with a little good bonus for you. Now, before I get to it, I got a question. Have you listened to our 250th World Gone Good episode with Grammy Award nominated, American Music Award winning, Broadway star starring pop icon Taylor Dayne? Holy crap, Taylor Dayne stopped by, and we had a good conversation, which you cannot miss. Scroll back one episode, take a listen, enjoy the party, and enjoy our good talk with the one and only Taylor Dayne. Now, today, I bring you something a little extra. I like to be a little extra. It's something I read online, and it's actually from the May 30th edition of the Washington Post by a writer named Carolyn Hax. Now, I saw this online, so I'm going to read you the whole thing, and it starts with a little blurb by the person who posted it. But I promise you'll get something from this because it really resonated with me, and I just wanted to share it with you. It's a little long, but I promise this will make sense, and it might even make you feel good. It goes like this. Dear Carolyn, just a simple question. How do you make yourself happy when the world demands you to be sad? From Anonymous. And Carolyn responds, Dear Anonymous, step 1, a simple answer. The world doesn't demand that you feel anything. It just is. It is neutral, there. Always has been, always will be. Therefore, to see the world as one thing or another is always, always a choice. Therefore, that step 1 is kind of modestly named because it is the step. She put that in capitals. When you can get yourself emotionally to the point of acknowledging and accepting the world as a neutral array of facts that is simply there versus some kind of coherent or rational actor with a set of demands on you, then you open up the full range of options for your health. The biggest of the remaining options, we call this perhaps step 2, is perspective, since the world has always been a mess to some degree of heat. Just the combination of the arbitrariness of nature and fate, the fragility of life, and the human lust for power guarantees pain, somewhere always too often on a massive scale. And still, the world has always been stunningly beautiful at the same time. Do you like your beauty vast? Look up at the sky. Night, day, anytime. Like it small? Look at a rosebud. Listen to a purr. Read about acts of kindness. Maybe we don't choose our adventures here exactly, but we can choose to experience them through so many lenses. With perspective in hand, you can optimize choice per your ability, which leads to step 3. How are you going to use your humanity? To dwell on the pain or to appreciate beauty as well? To be the beauty yourself even, by creating, including teaching, working to alleviate the pain you see, to advance science, to be a caregiver, to fight injustice, to amuse, uplift, or just to get help for your own pain when it's too much and it's holding you back, to keep from acting your pain out on others. With your choices sketched out before you, make a plan. There's much we still don't know about our brains, but our power to compartmentalize is old news to people under duress. And we do better when we toggle in and out of difficult things. Work, play, rest. Apply that to your life. Last, make yourself happy may not be the goal that makes sense, under the current conditions or ever, for anyone. Aiming for happy seems as fruitless to me as aiming for rested. These are temporary states in the dynamic swirl of a life. I'd rather gauge well-being in terms of empowerment, step 4, which is a more reliably fixed state. So, do I feel able to manage my life, my feelings, and am I as prepared as I can for whatever's coming my way? What would that look like? For me, it's whether I have dependable, healthy sources of comfort, pleasure, joy, satisfaction, distraction, whether I have a sense of purpose, support if I need it, whether I am taking good enough care of myself that my 10, 20, 30 years older body won't have any preventable bills due, whether I keep stresses in proper perspective or let them own me, or other extreme, not take them seriously enough? Whether I have emergency plans, and am I good to the people around me? If there is room for improvement, then what are the steps I can take? Without making myself crazy, though, because perfection chasing is not rational or healthy. I could go on, and as you know, I usually do, but I think you got the idea. This is what being in a good place looks like to me. We can call it happy for short. I share Carolyn's words and thoughts with you today and ask you to think about it yourself. What good are you putting out there right now? What good are you putting out there for yourself? What good are you putting out there for others? And does this lead to the happy we are all searching for?